What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Real Heroes Show. Cory and Nick with you here, and we got delivered a Star Wars trailer today. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. This was the only time we could do this. Sorry the Foundation video didn't get uploaded today. We had some scheduling conflicts. It'll come out later this week. But Star Wars, we're way more hyped about Star Wars. Book of Boba Fett is coming in just 8 short weeks. We'll be there. It's going to be a few days after Christmas, but a very happy holidays. Nick, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Yeah, this was big news to happen today. I know we were hoping it would. There was a rumor that it would, and
Yeah.
it delivered.
There were some rumors last night from the usual suspects on social media that there might be a trailer. Stay through to the end, and we'll talk a little bit about why we think this trailer came out today and not next Friday on Disney Plus Day. Also, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Help us get towards our goal of 1,000. Nick, I know this trailer wasn't very long, but did it do its job in sufficiently building hype for this show?
I think so, and I'm okay with the length. To be honest, I didn't really
Yeah.
want a 3-minute trailer because I think it would have given away too much.
Mhm.
We can already surmise what Boba Fett himself consists of, and I think kind of seeing what we did see in the trailer, we can also surmise what's going to happen.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, right? Because I think this could be also what we saw in this trailer could only be from the first 2 episodes, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe the first half of the season, like with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, there was a lot of chatter online today about these all look like they're from the same episode. So hopefully that is the
Yeah,
case. It's just the
yeah,
first one or two. Jordan Mason, who's a scooper out there, dropped the news today that apparently this show is going to be 9 episodes instead of the normal 8 for the
okay,
Mandalorian. I'm hoping that's true. The more the merrier.
yeah,
It'll be a
exactly.
good thing. Beginning of Star Wars season, which starts now and pretty much goes all the way through the end of 2022. But yeah, I think we got a little bit of a taste of this is a little bit Sopranos, a little bit Godfather, a lot of bit Star Wars, all kind of rolled into one gritty, dark show.
Yeah,
And with Robert Rodriguez being the main showrunner, and then having the team of Favreau and Filoni to help flesh things out, that's not much of a surprise, right?
right. Yeah, and I think we've talked about this maybe a year ago, right after the Mandalorian finale
Hmm.
post credit scene,
Yeah.
when we knew this was coming. We kind of figured and thought that Favreau and Filoni would have a part in this, and of course, given Dave Filoni's role in Lucasfilm, overseeing
Yeah, for
everything
real.
creatively and things we did see in this trailer alone, just kind of it has the sprinkling of Filoni on it, like
Oh yeah.
that's Lucas lore, that's Lucas lore, that's Lucas lore. We know the protege himself was probably like, we have to include this because it wouldn't make sense otherwise not to include this.
Are you talking about the Bomar monks by chance?
I am. I certainly am. I
those are
certainly am.
that was a great way to open up that trailer, man. It looked like
Yeah.
it almost kind of looked like they're done with like stop motion animation,
Yeah.
which it wouldn't be a shock. There was some stuff in, I want to say it was episode 7 of season 2 of Mandalorian where they pick up Bill Burr's character. Some of that stuff in the background was actually stop motion,
Yeah.
and I think the half AT-AT walker that picks up Mando's ship out of the water in the 3rd episode, I think they did that with stop motion too. So they're happy to use that, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. When
Those
necessary.
Bomar monks, that's a hell of a deep cut.
Yeah.
That is a spider droid with a brain inside of the little ball.
Yes. Yeah.
uh,
It's very cool.
yeah, pretty wild. I think the concept of that is those monks they're monks of Tatooine that when their minds start to go astray, they put their brain and essentially their consciousness inside that spider droid and then continue to walk the sands of the planet. Am I on the right course on that?
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
I mean, it's yeah, from the I guess we could even talk about this more when we actually get them in the episode
Sure.
when
Yeah.
the season drops. But yeah, that there's like a mental journey that they have to go on, and as they get closer towards enlightenment, that's when
Enlightenment.
they
Okay.
kind of just like subdue their heads into this like tank, which is really
That's
cool. And again,
so
I think
cool.
like the lore behind this and just behind one sort of creature or species, or this sort of like religion,
Yeah.
is very very interesting. So I'm actually kind of curious to see if that will have any sort of play in the realm of which Boba Fett is now sort of
Right.
ruling, right? Because you've got this,
Sure.
these religious people here now. I meant that they've not been there, but this is we're seeing them more, and obviously, like in Return of the Jedi in Episode 6, we see them,
Hmm.
but that's basically it. It's in
Yeah.
the books, which is now Legends, but even then, like
Yeah, but I feel like the legend stuff is basically just like Filoni's just like cherry picking the stuff that he likes from that and
probably,
putting it back in because there's all this stuff like the Tython stuff from Mandalorian.
yeah,
That all that stuff was part of Legends,
oh yeah,
and everybody was all upset when it got yanked, and they're just kind of slowly injecting it back in. Like Filoni brought Thrawn back in Star Wars Rebels, and now Thrawn is part of this Mandoverse. So, like
yep,
it all just kind of feels like they basically said, Dave, take whatever you want from this stuff and just make it make sense in the world, and then you can
right,
use it,
right.
which is kind of where we're at, which is cool. But um, some great shots in this trailer. All the stuff with Jabba's old palace,
This
like
is
it
really
just
cool.
looks incredible.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
big
felt like
time.
they had the budget to do like one shot of that back in '83 in Return of the Jedi, and now they're just blowing all
All
this
over the
money on
place.
making it look great.
Yeah.
Sunset shots, the way that they film with the volume technology, just look amazing. I actually one of the scenes that got me the most excited though was when they're all at the table, and it felt like
Oh
a
yeah.
Michael Corleone Godfather type thing, and there's
Yeah.
Trandoshans in there. It just seemed so different from what we're used to seeing in Star Wars. And I really dug all that. But we've got an article here from StarWars.com. Let me see if I can pull it up here correctly. Aha, there it is. 6 highlights from the Book of Boba Fett trailer. So we got a great poster that came along with the trailer that's got
Yeah.
Boba and Fennec there, which I'm really excited. It seems like Fennec is going to have like essentially a co-lead role with Boba, which is awesome because she was great in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and her armor matches Boa's really, really well. So I think
Yeah,
not just for the poster sake, but if for even in the show, it's going to translate well to like the cinematic presence for each of their characters.
yeah, for sure. So the first point here is return to Jabba's palace, and they mentioned the Bomar monk as well, transporting us back to Tatooine and where Jabba the Hutt once reigned. But it quickly becomes clear things have changed since the days when the slimy crime boss was collecting carbonite scoundrels as wall decor and sending anyone who crossed him into the pit with his pet rancor. So yeah, we're back with Tatooine and Jabba's palace and everything, but it's a new regime. It's
Yeah.
Boba, and that kind of leads us into the second point, which is the line from the trailer where he says, "Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect." An empty throne, a tense standoff, and Boba Fett showing he isn't hiding behind his dented helmet. And with a sideways glance, it seems his partner Fennic Shand is ready for wherever this new adventure takes them. So, what are your thoughts on this? You think he's going to be like a benevolent leader of Tatooine, or what?
It's interesting the way he says it, and I don't know if that's just the presence of Tamura's voice, and because whenever someone hears about Boba Fett, they don't think about respect. They kind of get a little terrorized and fear the name
Yeah,
Boba Fett because of the weight it has, the legendary bounty hunter, uh, and I think he might have some fear while he's ruling. I don't think he's going to rule with it, but I think there's going to be a price to pay.
yeah,
You'll
like
have the respect, but if you disrespect me, then you better fear me, sort of thing.
yeah,
Maybe.
that's kind of like when he says "speak freely" at the end of the trailer,
Right.
and it's like, does he really mean speak freely, or is it more like watch your fucking tone?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like, hey, oh, so you want to screw me out of all the fortunes, or out of like this
Right.
what I've come to kind of take over.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Uh, I don't respect it, and now you're dead. Like
Right.
now you've got a sort of blaster shotgun to the chest, and you have a
Yeah.
hole.
I mean,
Congratulations.
we saw in episode 6 of Mando last year that he can fight.
Yeah,
We
he's
got
got
to see
tricks.
the true badass side of him.
That
So
knee cannon or whatever.
yeah, man, dude. And when he fight with the gaffy stick from the Sand People, fuck, dude, so good.
Yeah,
He's savage. He gets the crazy eyes. They did the crazy eyes in the trailer again. You saw that,
they
right?
did. Yeah.
Crazy eyed Tamira. I love that. Here's my table shot that I love so much. Friends or enemies. From an Ithorian, which we did see at one of the hammerheads at the beginning of the trailer,
Yep.
to a table of former Hutt allies. The trailer is filled with familiar alien species among the denizens of the underworld. But who among this hive of scum and villainy will prove to be friends or foes? I like to me that's one of the central questions of what this show is going to be is what does the slimy underworld of Star Wars actually look like? We've always heard about it and we always kind of knew who some of the players were, but I don't think we've ever really gotten the chance to live in it before. And I think this is the first show that's going to do that.
Yeah, I think this is the hot take
Yeah.
on this world, and I mean, look, I would love to see Bosk actually have uh I say a bigger role to play, but just a bigger appearance than he did in standing there on the Star Destroyer and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, man.
You
All
know,
those
so
guys that we were like, they're so cool. Oh wait, they're
yeah,
gone.
and you got like Zuckuss and Forlom and IG-88. Like,
IGA. Yeah,
I
man.
mean, I know we got IG-11 with Mandalorian, but at the same time, Bosk is he should be alive by this point still. So
There's nothing to
um,
suggest that he's dead, right?
yeah, no, and I mean, it'd be cool to see his ship, the Houndstooth, come into play. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Hell yeah,
the
dude.
and these are things where like I think if we do see them in this show, these are like flip a table moments, and people be like, I know people who just aren't as big of a nerds as we are in this, like, dude, like it's just a ship. Like, but you don't understand.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not just a ship. Like, there's
Yeah.
more to it than that. So,
My flip the table moment will be if Cad Bane shows up in live action because
dude, yeah,
you've seen the animatics for the episode of Clone Wars that never happened where young Boba fights Cad Bane, and that's the reason that he's got the dent in the helmet.
yeah.
Uh, I hope if they're doing fanboy wish fulfillment,
And if
that's it for
Filoni has
me,
anything to say about it, he'd be like,
right?
I mean, let's just come on, like he'd be like, Robert, let's just we'll throw Cad Bane in there, like
Hey,
he'll have this cameo, he'll have his nice little standoff again, and
look, they reminded us who Cad Bane was in
yeah,
Bad Batch
Bad
earlier
Batch.
this year,
Yep.
so he's fresh in the brain. People know who he is, probably more people than ever before. So why
Oh
not?
yeah, for
I
sure.
say let's do it. But next one here is the score. Building on the music that reintroduced the bounty hunter in the Mandalorian, the string composition playing throughout the trailer is gritty with a sense of urgency. I'm fairly confident that it was confirmed that Ludwig Göransson is also doing the music for this. So I love his score for
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
he's great.
I have no doubt he's going to crush it for Boba Fett. He did a great job with Tenet.
Yep.
He's doing Chris Nolan's next movie. He's a rock star, absolutely killer. Number 5, Surrounded. I'm assuming this is referring to the shot where they had all those big orange shields around them. Boba
Mm.
and Fennec are outnumbered, but that doesn't mean the two scrappy survivors are outmatched, not by a long shot. Just one look at Tamir Morrison's wide-eyed rage, and you know whoever picked that fight with Boba is in trouble now. Love that shot. I also
Yeah,
love the
it's cool.
shot that I'm guessing is from the same scene where his helmet rolls and the New Republic credits fall out of it.
Yeah,
I'm really curious to see what that's all about. And
same.
you know, Robert Rodriguez made that 6th episode of Mandalorian off of like 16 pages of script.
Yeah, it was a
And they
very, very
basically
short
said,
script.
turn it into 35 minutes, and he did. So I'm guessing this show will be very action packed as well. And that just looks like a nice little tease there.
Yeah.
And then final point here, which was the line of the entire trailer for me, which came from Ming Na as Fennec. If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie, which is so great because Jabba had a Rancor living literally
Right
underneath
below
where he
them.
slept.
Yeah.
So I am curious to see because a menagerie is like a pack of animals. We'll see if there's anyone else or any surprises in Jabba's palace. So Really exciting stuff there. Book of Boba Fett stars Tamira and Ming-Na. Favreau, Filoni, Robert Rodriguez, Kathy Kennedy, and Colin Wilson are executive producers, so on and so forth. Streams on December the 29th on Disney Plus. So,
Man, I,
I
I,
know.
I really, I'm sure we could probably see another trailer, but I hope we don't.
I don't. If they did, I don't even know if I'd watch it, other than
As a
maybe for
yeah,
covering it here on the channel. But like I mentioned before at the top of the video, why didn't they just wait until next Friday to drop this? Right? Because next Friday is Disney Plus Day. It's the big day where they're supposed to talk about everything Disney Plus.
right.
My theory is this, Sir Nicholas of Brother Day. I think they're going to drop a fucking Kenobi trailer next Friday. And I think they needed to get this out of the way before they could do that.
Yeah, because that would definitely steal the limelight.
Of course. Like, they need to give
100%.
Boba his moment and have everybody get excited and swoon over Tamura and the hell of a shape that he got into for the show.
Yeah.
But if they drop a Kenobi trailer next Friday, that would have been game over for like the beginning of the marketing for this one. So
Yeah, I think so too, and I think they've learned the lesson. And again, like Boba Fett's got a big name. A lot of people know who he is. A lot of
mhm.
people that aren't big fans of Star Wars in general, but they liked the Mandalorian, and
Yep.
I'm sure they'll probably like Boba Fett as well. Seeing they may not like Kenobi, maybe not, but for the rest of us, as soon as we see like Ewan McGregor,
Yo.
And
Oh,
he might not even
God.
if he just says hello there, I'm like, that's it. I don't need to see anything else. I'm good.
That's the
That's
table.
it.
It's
That's
getting flipped.
yeah. The table is just getting flipped. My computer's gonna go everywhere, and that's
It's gonna
it.
be Icarus from the Eternals trailer where he just smashes through the table with his fist.
Yeah, it was IKEA.
Yeah, I actually am sitting at an IKEA desk because I'm somewhat poor, so it is good times. But yeah, man, I think there's a good chance on Disney Plus Day. There we'll see Kenobi. I think we might
Maybe Andor
see Andor because both of those shows are reportedly
next
wrapped.
year.
Their
Yeah,
production is finished. We might get some announcements on cast or story details for Ahsoka or Mando 3.
yeah.
And there was also a rumor today, again from Jordan Mason, that the next animated series that's in development is Darth Maul during the Crimson Dawn time before Solo. So
Which
the
means who's going to be voicing
oh,
him.
you bet your sweet ass, Sam Witwer would be coming back
Yeah,
to voice Darth Maul.
he is so fucking talented. I love him,
He's
man.
excellent, yeah, man. From all the way back from Star Killer
Yeah,
to the Maul stuff to oh, what is he in? Days Gone is the other video game that he was in
yeah.
recently. But if that gets announced too on Disney Plus Day, like there's a whole lot that Star Wars can uncork
Yeah.
and kind of steal the thunder from Marvel and the rest of the Disney stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think that'll be quite interesting. We'll probably do a video
Oh
from
yeah.
review it, and I think what we could do essentially too is kind of do a little a versus, like who won
Who won
the
Disney Plus
battle.
Day?
Yeah, like
Yeah, man.
was it Marvel or was it Star Wars?
That will be fun. There's a lot of stuff coming on that day. In addition to like there's a Boba Fett special that's supposed to be dropping, and I think it's about like the history of the character and
Hmm.
taking it from the original trilogy to how you see him in the prequels to the Mandalorian universe and all that. But Shang-Chi hits Disney Plus that day, Jungle Cruise hits
Hell
Disney
yeah.
Plus that day. There's a lot of shit going down, and I would love to do a video where we see which side of the mega conglomerate that is the Walt Disney Studios
Where's the
won the day
pendulum
there.
swing?
But it was kind of cool. I was happy that, because if they are going to do all that stuff, putting this Boba trailer now and giving us
It
like
was wise.
a
Yeah.
full week, and like Mondays are never fun. Nobody likes Monday. You got to
Nope.
go back to work after the weekend and all that. Like,
Yeah.
they give you a Boba Fett trailer at 10 a.m. on Monday morning, it kind of softens the blow a little bit. So,
Yeah. It kind of
uh,
gives you a little bit more motivation, a little more hype.
yeah, a little
So
pep in your step, man,
yeah.
to get you through the day. So, I'm very excited for this show. I can't, like, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, should they make a Boba Fett show, I would have said probably not. I feel like that character had maybe kind of time was up for him to a degree, just the way things went in the originals or whatever. But
Yeah.
they did it. They turned it around. They made me to the point where I'm like looking past Hawkeye and Spider-Man and all this other really good stuff that's coming before the end of December, just because I want to see a Boba Fett show.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that a lot of people just I don't want to say that they're not really in touch with the things that do play on Disney Plus, because I know not everyone really might have or keep their subscription. Whether they
Mhm.
just kind of time it on a monthly basis in parts of the year. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say for the sake of things that do get released on Disney Plus, perfect example. And again, this is a rumor, but again, it could possibly be true. Where something like Star Wars Visions, and I think it was the episode the Ninth Jedi,
Mhm. Yep.
and the producer or the I forget who it was. Maybe it was the writer or director, or the studio,
I think it
something
was the
like that.
director. Yeah.
Was like, I want to make this into a movie.
Yep.
And the funny thing would be is if it does, people would be like, well, where's this coming from? And it's like, did you watch what we talked about on Disney Plus and
It's
Star Wars Visions
right on
episode
Disney
5 or
Plus.
whatever it was?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so it's like, yeah, it's a short, but it's a concept. It's something that creates story, imagination, original storytelling.
Very original.
Yeah. And
Extremely.
it was one of our favorite episodes. And I
Mhm.
think
Yep.
again, something like that could be tremendous and break the mold from the movies that we're used to, especially in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And people who are like, I want to get away from the Skywalker stuff. Well, this does that. This does
Very,
that
very much so.
100%.
Yeah.
And as much as I love all the Skywalker stuff, I loved this equally
Oh yeah.
because it was great. And so I think
Yeah, but
for
at the same time, what'll happen? They'll do something different, and it'll be like the eternal shit where people are like, "No, it's
uh,
bad because it's different," and then they'll go right back to the bread and butter. But
yeah,
only time will tell. I think this is a
release
very
high.
the soil is very fertile right now for Star Wars, and I think there's a lot of
Yeah,
potential for them to make some really good stuff. And if you are a Star Wars fan, now is the time if you don't have the subscription to Disney Plus to get it, because
it's good stuff
there's a
coming.
couple shows you probably haven't caught up on, like Bad Batch Revisions. And then once Boba Fett hits, you've got Boba, Andor, Kenobi, Mando 3, Ahsoka, and then there's
God
like
knows
five
what
or
else
six
after
other
that.
things that
Yeah,
they've announced or that are in the works. So
yeah.
pretty cool stuff, man. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Again, we're excited, if you can't tell. When Star Wars comes across the table, we eating good. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and click the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're working towards 1,000 subscribers. We need your help to get us there. As I
Do it.
mentioned at the top of the broadcast, yes, do it.
Do it.
We will have a foundation video at some point this week to review episode 7, which I thought was actually pretty
It
gosh darn
was
good.
really good. Yeah.
We'll get the three of us. We'll get Shane back on there for that one. We're also going to talk about Invasion, which is the new Apple TV Plus show. Nick and I are both seeing Eternals on Wednesday night, baby.
That
So we're
early
going to have
showing.
a little review for that either Thursday or Friday. That won't have too much spoiler going on, because we're going
Yeah.
to do a live stream the week after to talk about spoilers once everybody's had the chance to see it. So if you want to check us out on social media, we're on Twitter and Instagram at Real Heroes Show. Got a ton of stuff in the works outside what we talked about, so be on the lookout for all of it. Until next time, see y'all in the next video.
Peace.